Yeah, I
Good
think
thing they
it's
did.
I think it's a good thing you did.
I slid, so
Okay.
I stepped with my
You
right
ready,
foot
Mr.
and then went
Helser, sir?
forward and my left foot went
Ready?
backward.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. It is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Minutes and reports received and filed? None? Commissioner Committee liaison reports, upcoming meetings, events.
We got a Board of Realtors Political and Economic Responsibility Committee meeting, Chamber Barbecue Thursday, Leadership Friday morning, Holiday Monday. About it.
We got an RPC executive meeting tomorrow at noon. Did you say leadership was Friday?
Right.
Yep, okay. That's all I got.
Got Chamber ED meeting tomorrow morning, a retirement. Cap Region is holding a luncheon for EMS Thursday. No, that's Wednesday too. Thursday, EMS open house is from 2 to 7 p.m. Friday's leadership, that's all I've got. Ordinance proclamations, we got a proclamation. Jerry, if you would come forward, we've got proclamation for National Emergency Medical Services Week.
Still on the way? You wanna do it next then?
Huh?
You say you still got some on the way for us?
They're walking.
Oh, we'll wait.
Do something else?
Man, you leave the door unlocked.
There goes the neighborhood.
That's exactly what. I don't know how it is.
Exactly.
Right. You don't know I'm talking about y'all. I could have been
You
talking
sent me
about
that.
somebody else. I was talking
It's
about
always
you.
made in this
Yeah, I think they're doing
Tyler,
it
that's
here.
still
It's also- No, you sent me a copy last week.
Oh, yeah.
The one that was signed.
Totally
Forgot.
I fell for tonight.
Bigger chambers,
I
smaller
know,
tables.
that's good.
Good weekend.
I seen you before.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Heard you on the radio. Sound good.
I don't want to be in this
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, shoot, that was not in it.
Hey,
We're kinda.
We did.
Act like you like me.
You want to stay over there?
Yeah, I'm on the end. Close to the door.
Okay, we have a proclamation, whereas emergency medical services is a vital public service, and whereas the members of emergency medical services teams, including Cole County EMS, are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury. And whereas, therefore, the Cole County Commission, in recognition of this event, does hereby proclaim week of May 21st through 27th, 2017 as Emergency Medical Services Week, and encourages the community to observe this week with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities, which I think they are. Sarah, thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank all of you except Kevin. Thanks.
Oh,
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
Yes.
You too.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Give Kevin.
Good job.
Appreciate
you guys
Thanks for coming out.
Did we get a picture?
Yeah, can you all stand
Stand together.
together?
Stand where?
Harry, want me to stand? I can stand.
That's all.
Yeah. You're part of your, we, you know.
Hey, smile. Okay, one of those.
Is it bad that I was?
Thank you.
Yeah, I see you pacing back and forth.
Appreciate you guys coming out. So,
Good to see you.
good to see you.
I know, man, I know. Leave me alone. Haircut.
You stand back there.
That's all what, I was standing in the back, I thought it was.
Okay, John, behave.
I didn't do anything.
Next thing up, bids and contracts, signing of lease transfer for the sheriff's department.
Well, these are actually the leased vehicles that they're going to turn back in. So this is just the signing of the titles.
Okay.
Okay? John, how many of them? And you're keeping how many?
We have 8 total, we're gonna end up keeping 3, and we're giving back 5. We're still in the process of trying to sell 3 of them. 2 of them have already been turned back in. So there's 3 more that we're still looking at, and that we may try to sell outright.
Kind of doing with the lease program.
Well, it wasn't a bad concept, it just, I don't think that the miles and the individual who picked for it was probably good. Now, there's one going on right now with Ford, supposedly, that have unlimited miles, so I'm checking into that. If that's a viable option, that might not be a bad deal, but right now, our patrol division puts too many miles on a car. They put about 34,000 a year on them, so it would be not feasible.
Well, we tried it.
We
so
tried it, that's correct.
I know neither one of us were big fans of the lease program to start with, but
You always try something new, try to be innovative.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And we appreciate you guys, going along with that and trying different things.
So we just gotta sign, what, 3 of them over?
No, there's
5.
5, yeah.
All, okay.
We just went ahead and we'll just hold them until they decide what to do.
Okay.
Because regardless if we sell them or if we give them back to Riley, they gotta be signed, so. And we're doing this in another 2 weeks, the other ones are due in another 2 weeks, so.
Okay. Do we need a motion for that?
I move that we sign the lease transfer for the trucks for the sheriff's department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approval and signing of the Zucker document.
This is the document that
Thanks, John.
defines the final configuration of the new CAD. No money. It's basically saying that this is a scope of work and these are the data points they're going to install and how they're going to configure the system. So Kevin and I are good with it. We just thought it'd be best to have you guys sign off as well. It's basically the final piece of work before we start the implementation process, which will start in a couple weeks.
No cost associated?
No, it's just well, there's $90,000 cost associated with it, but it's what we paid for. Basically, it's how they're gonna build the system. It's all the parts and pieces and all that. Just says what we all agreed to. Kevin has gone through that with a fine tooth comb with them on the phone, and I'm confident that we've got what we need now, so.
And there wasn't any issues with the, them having to use a different, or to reconfigure the GIS?
No, working through that.
I don't have any questions. If you got everything in there you need, I'm good with it.
Me too.
Get pretty specific with it.
I was just a little confused from the emails that I saw the other day. There was additional costs, I thought.
Yeah, there was an issue that came up with the integration of the patient care record platform. We've addressed that. They're going to do that at no cost. That's aside and different from this. So that's been taken care of.
Okay,
That would have been a separate agenda item, but we got to take care of.
okay. I move that we approve and sign the Zerker document.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Mike Sapp to present abatement hearing, number 201-703-001. And I think,
This is on the Joseph Mydell property on 2934 Landing Creek. On Friday, I went out there. The property still had quite a ways to go. Joe and I, Joe Gassner and I went out there on yesterday afternoon. There had been more progress. Mr. Mydell said that he would get the majority of it cleaned up. So we went out there this morning at 7 o'clock, or 7:30 is whenever we got there. And there was not only progress, but tremendous progress. So at this point, I'll say to continue to monitor and let him continue with the work. And Joe and I both spoke to Mr. Mydell this morning, and he's in agreement that he's not going to backslide. So we made it clear to him that we'll bring the case back to the commission.
okay,
Very good.
So
Good.
that's our recommendation.
okay, thanks.
Thank you.
That'll be all.
Yep,
Yep.
that's it.
Yep.
That's
No
it.
matter what, I'm gonna keep on Florida.
Yeah.
Build and everything else, so. Gentlemen, have a nice day.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
thank you.
thanks.
Appreciate your efforts.
Okay, new business, accounts payable review.
I asked for approval of accounts payable pending review.
Okay.
Okay,
I move that we approve accounts payable pending review.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Okay. Safety grant award, the ambulance cots.
So we received the maximum amount that MEM gives out for the grant that we wrote for the new stretchers. That was, it's half the price, up to $20,000. And the two stretchers are priced at, the retail price is $81,686, and the price for two at our price. There is not a state bid for these, but it's close to the state bid when you look at the amount of dollars that they're taking off compared to the other stretchers that are on the state bid. Is $68,284. So if we vote to accept the grant, we'll have to fund $48,284.91 to purchase the two stretchers for the two ambulances that we're getting, which, by the way, will be here for the open house on Thursday.
I think that's the only day they're not calling for rain too, is Thursday.
We're grilling today in the morning, so.
When do we have to actually tell them if we're going to accept the grant?
That's a letter here. All purchases and implementation must be completed no later than October 3rd, 2017.
So if we sit on it and wait and see what our revenue does in the next, I don't know, maybe even the next couple of months, we can still accept it.
Yes.
Okay. So we
I
don't
would,
have to do it
I would
today.
say probably October, I would say we'd have to make a decision by mid to latter August, given that, because it says the purchases and implementation must be completed by October 3rd. And these are specialty products, so I'm gonna just say probably give them 60 days. I'll check and see exactly what their anticipated delivery is. But probably, I would say that we would want a decision within 60 days of October 3rd, just to be on the safe side. Again, I'll check with Furno and see what their delivery dates are on stretchers right now. It may be shorter than that. but that's when everything has to be implemented by.
Okay, we got the Furno rails in each one of the
Yeah,
ambulances.
the ambulances will be
So-
delivered with the rails in them.
This more or less be a convenience thing, or if there was something catastrophic that happened, we would have to put all 10 ambulances in service, then they'd be able to use all 10.
Yeah.
Or right now, we wouldn't be able to,
Just-
but
I don't know, we have a stretcher out of service right now. We've had some issues with these. I'm gonna meet with the repairman this time when he comes in, because there's a couple issues with them not working. They're really electronic. They're almost computer-like, their circuit boards and things. And when they go down, they're down. They will not function. So we've had one out of service for a week. So I need to address why this is happening, A, and B, why we can't get them fixed in, it'll be 2 weeks by the time this one's repaired. So I need to look into this a little more in detail. So we'll see when he gets here.
The 2 surplus ambulances we're getting rid of, they did not have this new cot.
No.
Okay,
So the
okay.
sheriff has one, he's working on getting, retrofitting it. And I think the other one's on the government sale website. I'll have to check with Jennifer when I get back. But I know we cleaned it up, took the pictures and got her all the information. So if it's not on, it'll be on this week. And we put well, depending on what you decide, I don't know if that was decided upon, we were gonna put a reserve price of what the trade-in value was.
We didn't decide that.
Okay.
I remember seeing an email about it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I saw an email,
Yeah, I
I
saw an
don't
email from
think.
Jennifer to you, and I just told her what we were offered as a trade-in. We thought we could beat that, so anything above that to me would have been money that we wouldn't have received otherwise.
Sounds good.
All right with holding off on it and seeing.
Okay, well, keep,
I know
Yeah.
Jerry would like to have them now, but
Yeah.
I'm not inclined to buy 2 new cots. I know we got a grant, but the grant's only 20,000, so we're still spending a lot of money on it. It's not something
Yeah.
that we have to have.
well,
No.
I don't want to lose the grant though. So, but yeah, keep us informed and,
We've lost grants
Oh, I
before.
know.
It's okay to lose them.
I know.
We're still spending money, so
Oh, I know,
it's not free money.
no, I know. I'm-
Let me check with them too. I thought of this as I turned around in the chair. I know we wrote the grant for 2, but let me check with my contact there and see if we decided to do 1. It would be,
Well,
34, be 17,000 for 1. Could be 34,000 for the stretcher, and the grant would be half. So we'd still be close to maximizing the grant. I don't know if they'll hold me to, I wrote it for 2, I gotta take 2, or if there's an option to do 1, because we'd still almost maximize the grant, and
Right.
we get a cot for half price.
Yeah.
We could put it in the transit.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's a little more
So
appealing.
let me check with them on
Okay.
that. I hadn't even thought about that until I turned around in the chair. So let me check with them on that. It's at least another option. to
I am
consider.
concerned though, we're having trouble already. Hopefully these are maybe just some early bugs or something, but.
Yeah, I don't know enough
That's-
about these stretchers. I haven't used this brand for a long time, so I would tell you this. I was telling the folks, the EMS folks, that I've been really impressed with this design and this system in terms of potential for saving back injuries and shoulders and all that. It really decreases the effort it takes to move patients, but it's a little disconcerting that we have, for being brand new stretchers, we've had too many out of service. So I'm gonna have a chat with them and see if other folks are seeing this or what's going on.
We've had some of these in service for almost 3 years. Now,
This model,
we swapped them out, but
the first 4 have been in service that long?
I don't
we-
remember.
we had the stretcher and then they had an upgrade, which they promised us that was supposed to work on the old ones, and instead they swapped them out. So, but we've had the Furno power cots for
Okay,
almost
well,
3
I'll have to
years.
check this serial
I don't know
number.
about this model, but we've had the Furno power cots.
Okay. Do we have any other issues?
You got something?
It just came to my attention yesterday, the card reader downstairs to get in the annex door. You know, we've been having trouble with it.
Mhm.
There's more trouble with it. I guess some of the keys don't work. So I didn't know if you guys were interested in going back to all systems and getting a price. The last time we purchased 2 of them, they were about $700 a piece. And Jeff Hilke's the one who brought it to my attention.
Is this the back door? Because I haven't had any trouble with the front, but,
I've had lots of trouble with the back.
okay, okay.
Keys stick, the numbers stick, so then you gotta start over and start over, so. But since Jeff brought it to me, because other people are complaining to him now, so.
Can't they just replace the reader?
I could ask them if that's a choice, but
Thought we'd put those in other places and we just put in a new reader.
well, we put the whole thing in. We bought 2 of them in January of 17,
Where'd they go?
over in the courthouse area. I don't know
Okay.
which doors.
This one's covered, right?
Huh?
This one's covered,
Yeah,
right?
they're actually.
It's out of the weather, it just
Yeah.
don't work very well. It's just the sensitivity of it, I mean, it just
I
doesn't.
remember we replaced some, I don't remember if that was one, and we did the front one a while back because it gets hit with weather a lot more than this one.
I'd say the back one gets used more.
Yeah, I always come in the front, and I haven't had trouble, but,
Yeah, I just said we get a price on what it's gonna be to
Yeah.
replace it. Replace it or fix it or whatever and
yeah.
see what that is.
Okay.
We gotta have you be able to get to work.
Yeah, we gotta get in.
You can go around the front.
Hey, hey. Steps.
You gotta get your steps in.
And a thingy.
Did we wanna talk about that, setting the value on that ambulance or not, so they can move ahead with that? or-
Yeah, we probably ought to. What was, was a minimum bid of 4,500?
Well, you set the reserve at 45.
Reserve at 45, yeah.
And see what happens.
Jeff, you could use that for construction.
Don't think I haven't thought of that, but they take the lights and sirens off of it. You get to the job a lot faster.
So was that.
I don't know, I just,
Yeah.
it makes me sick that we pay $170,000 for an ambulance and, or whatever it is, and then we sell it for $4,500. I mean, and then to refurbish it or whatever, I mean, I think we ought to hire somebody to refurbish our own and rebuild them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna use it for my stuff. They're big and bulky. I got a van that gets around better, so they're big, bulky,
It's just,
but
can't believe that there's not smaller services that don't look for used units that would
There
pay
probably are.
would pay a decent price. Well, then why are they only going for $4,500 or $5,000? I can't quite understand that, but
they don't wanna deal with the maintenance on them, cause
I guess.
they got 200,000 on them, Jerry, 200,000 miles.
About 180.
So once you get to 200,000, you're gonna start switching out fuel injectors, transmission's gonna go, and then you're
Right.
gonna be dumping another 20,000 into it, next thing you know, so they probably just, I don't know. I agree, Chris, I'm just throwing them ideas out there, but
all I'm saying is you put 10,000 in a new engine and you put another 5,000 in a transmission and you drive it for another 200. Anyway, I don't care care, we can do what we want, so.
Well, instead of getting rid of it for 4,500, hold it as a backup.
We already got two of
backups,
those.
So,
What do we got, 12?
12 counting those two that, well, one went to the sheriff, right? And then
No,
got
no,
this-
we still have 12. Not counting those two.
Two that will be delivered this week, we'll have 12 plus this 4.
Yeah, we'll still have 12 after we get salvage, or we sell one and the sheriff took one.
Plus the all-terrain vehicles with the
Mm-hmm.
Suburban or whatever.
Oh, the supervisor vehicle. Is that what you're talking about?
Mhm. Two.
I think that they ought to be worth more than that too, but evidently they're not, and I can't see just keeping it.
My experience is it's like any other bid website. Some of these go for 5. I had one go for 18,000, so it was near that. So sometimes it's just it's the luck of finding the right buyer for it. But there are a lot of volunteer services that rely on these that rely on. I just don't know about this website versus eBay versus Auto Trader versus any of those. What reaches the masses the best? I just know that Jennifer's used this one before, and it's been somewhat successful. I think she said the last one they got 11 for.
Yeah, we still don't get much considering what we put into them, so. I would think you'd be able to get something for them too. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, you put, like you said, you put a new motor and transmission in it, you got an ambulance, but, you know, none of these other smaller, ambulance services are not interested, or they don't know about it, or.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's a heck of a depreciation.
Mhm.
So, $5,000 reserve or $10,000 or?
I don't know, you can put 10 on it and see what happens. I think we did that one time. We put a higher one on there and then we came back and
Lowered
put it
it.
on there again and dropped it. And maybe in the meantime, we can contact some other services and see if anybody's interested. Can trade them for some frontal cots.
Why don't we put like 8,000 on that if,
That's fine. I'm good with 8.
yeah.
See what happens.
8,000. You can tell Jennifer.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay,
If we don't get rid of it, we can always drop it.
yeah.
While we're speaking about the vehicles, we do have three other vehicles, the Explorer, the Tahoe, and then another Explorer. But there was some purchases for that new Explorer that was a little over $3,000, and I just wanted to make sure you guys were okay with us paying these bills out of capital. And maybe Jerry can explain what these are. Lettering, for sure, and then we had some kind of molding put on the new Explorer, and then, I don't know what these are, these console organizing things.
It's the
Those are-
lettering, the lights, the siren, the command box, everything that goes into making it a QRV, it's all part of so the signs.
So you're asking about their,
Say what?
you asking about the emergency services or ambulance service fund, their capital fund, or
Yes.
coming out of general capital?
They sent them to me to take out of their capital. We pay for the vehicle out of capital. And usually when we get the ambulances, they're already equipped, that's part of the bid, so there's not additional invoices that come up. These were additional invoices that they kind of sent up to me and told me they were capital after we purchased the vehicle. But I understand this is a different kind of vehicle, it's not a.
Yeah, my understanding too was this
It
didn't
makes
have the
the-
police
Makes
package
the
on it
Explorer
either.
off the parking lot at the dealer, an emergency response vehicle. So
Yeah.
it's just, do you want to capitalize it as part of the truck, or do you want it to come out of the other side of the budget? like I said, light siren, command box.
I'm fine with it out of capital. I thought when you were talking about it, you meant out of general
Yeah.
revenue capital, but you meant out of the, okay.
I like the chevrons on the back too. I saw that the other day, and I'm understanding we're gonna do that on all of our ambulances.
Yeah.
So if we bought this with it, all in the package as the ambulance or QRV, it would've came out of capital anyway,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, make sure I understood it.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine with it coming out of their capital side of it.
Okay.
It's just a separate bill this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I have.
So all,
Anything else? Closed session?
What are we talking about in closed session?
There's two, one's personnel and one's legal. So whichever one you want to do first.
I don't have anything new in legal. I just put it on because I was expecting an engagement letter, but I don't have one yet.
So then
Okay.
just personnel.
I move we go into closed session pursuant to section 610.021 of the revised statutes of Missouri for personnel issues sub 3 and legal actions sub 1.
second.
Roll call?
Jeff, sorry.
Yes.
Nameplate's right here.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All right.
There you
Thank you,
are.
guys.